Well, well, well. Relogic's Hall of Fame caliber video game Terraria is finished for all intents and purposes with today's release of the 1.4.1 patch for the PC edition. All that's left now really are hotfixes. As the announcement graphic reveals, there's a new NPC included with this 1.4.1 patch, but there's more, quite a bit more in fact. So let's get to the changes brought by the final content patch for Terraria. And it seems only fitting to begin with the words of Relogic's Loki, who has brought us, after all, so many updates for Terraria over the years. He writes, "Greetings Terrarians, welcome to launch day for Terraria 1.4.1 on PC. As we have alluded to in previous news items and spoilers around this update, Terraria 1.4.1 is primarily focused on adding in pieces that were not quite ready in time for the Journey's End launch date, along with more fixes, balance tweaks, and a few new tidbits that we decided to add along the way. Located below, you will find the full changelog for Terraria 1.4.1. That changelog is huge, by the way. Line 4, the Relogic employee behind that massive changelog, probably has carpal tunnel syndrome at this point. Let's review the highlights that Loki featured in his announcement, beginning with Vanity sets. I'll go ahead and loop a video that Loki made showing off these new sets. He wrote, "As promised, we have added the winning Vanity sets from the Journey's End Vanity Design Contest. These turned out really well, and we are beyond excited to see these in-game. Be sure to once again congratulate the winners and thank them for making such awesome designs possible. They're called Plaguebringer, Wandering Ronin, the Timeless Traveler, Floret Protector, Capricorn, and the bonus winner, TV Head. All 6 of these are craftable with pre-hard mode materials of various sorts so that all players can experience these awesome Vanity sets. Thanks to everyone who participated and voted in the Vanity contest, and especially to our winners." Very cool. I'll definitely have to try these out in the near future. All are craftable before the end game, which is a bit surprising, honestly. Which one's your favorite? Post a comment if you have an opinion. Some look, I have to say, more suitable for certain classes of play, if you ask me. And what's a game's conclusion without an end credit sequence? Well, that's apparently what they thought also, because they wrote, "Who made all of this anyway? At long last, Terraria on PC has its own credits. Upon defeating the Moonlord for the first time, be sure to stay tuned for an awesome throwback credit sequence, including an exclusive never-before-heard music track. Want to see it again? You can access the credits from the main menu at any time. Music Box Journey's End is now created by recording the credits music sequence. Additionally, using it in a normal accessory slot will play the credits sequence in-game, while using it in a social slot will only play the music." It seems like such a minor thing, but I do like this addition. For a game that's all over the place, to get that end sequence is another reward really for finally beating the Moonlord. Moving along though, as was implied by that announcement graphic, there's a new final NPC that they've added to the game. It's the Princess. I really didn't see that one coming. Was it hinted? If it was, I must have missed the hint. Anyway, Loki writes, "How will you discover and unlock this regal companion? What does she do? You'll have to explore and find out on your own." And they shared this image. I've been at work all day, so I haven't had time to see what the internet has figured out. So, if you know how to get this NPC, just please leave a note for everyone in the comment section below. Does the shared image hint at it at all? Do we need a certain type of building? The teaser language seems to indicate she's just hidden somewhere. And there's still more. As we've been told already, there are several new achievements. In fact, 15 new achievements. Loki writes, "Who doesn't like achievements, right? Updated for the Journey's End era, we have included a handful of new goals for you to chase down." And they shared this image. This graphic has been shared already, and it's been dissected quite accurately and thoroughly by the community. Do a little bit of digging and you'll be able to find out pretty easily what each of these silhouettes stands for. I'm still about I don't know, 23 or 24 fishing quests away from that final angler achievement, so I guess I'll have a few more other things to do while I'm doing all of that fishing. Switching gears again though, are you a summoner? Or more specifically, are you an early to mid-game summoner? Well, if so, you're in luck. There's something for you. Loki writes, "We have included a handful of new items, with several focused on filling out the early and pre-hard mode summoner options. We are personally fans of the new Flinks-based summoner gear." And they shared this. Adorable, aren't they? I've always just treated summons as a supplement, really, to my regular builds, but of course, with recent patches, they've honestly been trying to strengthen the summoner class of players so that it kind of stands on its own. Also included in 1.4.1 is an upgrade to the Vanity slot system. Loki explains. Vanity overhaul? What exactly do we mean here? Well, the way armors and vanity sets used to work was a bit limiting, particularly in regards to the way back items worked. So we made it better. For just one example, why pick between showing wings or a cape, for example, when you can have both? Armors and vanity items which draw on the back, things like backpacks, tails, wings, and capes, are now no longer mutually exclusive. This means that you can now have one of any of those four categories all displaying at the same time. Previously, only one of those could ever be visible at a time. For instance, if you had visible wings, you could not ever see a cape, backpack, or tail. And they shared several images to demonstrate how things have changed. Things that were once mutually exclusive can now be seen together. So, if you want a cape and a shield, or a cape and wings, you can use both and see both. I have to hand it to them, they really went over this game with a fine-tooth comb, didn't they? They sorted out what were really, in the grand scheme of things, fairly minor issues that might have bugged a few players. Issues that maybe we didn't even notice, but now they're solved. Pretty awesome. And vanity slots are not the only quality of life improvements they've made in 1.4.1. Oh no, there are quite a few others, as Loki explained. Beyond bug fixes, we always want to try and enhance the user experience as much as possible. Here are just a few of the ways we have explored doing so in Terraria 1.4.1. The Journey Mode duplication menu has been overhauled with the addition of several new filters to break up some of the larger categories. Additionally, the miscellaneous option in the duplication menu should more properly encompass items that do not fall under any other category. Torch God now plays an otherworldly track when that setting is toggled. Bestiary now indicates if a drop is wave-based, if it only drops after a certain wave in Frost Moon and Pumpkin Moon. Plantero's sombrero has made its triumphant return. Reorganized menu settings for resolution, full screen, windowed, borderless, to all use the same submenu to reduce confusion. Updated FNA, Mac Linux related. RGB support is now available for SteelSeries game peripherals. That's pretty neat. Updated localization for all languages up to 1.4. Some 1.4.1 content may still be untranslated, and these translations will come in an upcoming hotfix. As I said earlier, there are also a ton of changes that might not individually get featured, but taken as a whole, they make quite a difference. Line 4 has worked his butt off, so I will conclude with what was said about that particular aspect of 1.4.1, the changelog. As you are likely aware, Terraria Journey's End contained a ton of changes to balance across the entire progression of the game. As with any changes of this nature, everyone had thoughts and feedback. We invited everyone to weigh in on this robust discussion in our official balanced feedback thread, and you did not disappoint. With that feedback in hand, along with our own post-launch thoughts, we have made even more balanced changes that we hope will bring things ever closer to feeling just right for most folks. A little bit of everything has been impacted here, so we really encourage you to read up before you are surprised. And I'll include a link to the official announcement and that changelog in the video description below. So, we did it, everyone. We reached the end of the road for Terraria. That's it, really. With the rate at which DR Studios has been working, it's only really a question of when, not if, DR Studios will bring the console and mobile editions of the game up to the PC 1.4.1 edition. It's a lot to digest, I know, and it's a lot of changes to get used to. So expect more videos in the next few days. October is going to remain a busy month, really, so that's it for now. If you have the PC edition, get playing, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.